Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 PSN review. Today I'm going to take a look at GEON, which if you've never played the game before, then basically think Pac-Man, because it's very similar. So anyway, at the start, after you've created a profile, you have single player, multiplayer, leaderboards, trophies, help and options where you get things like how to play, you can view the controls, you can look at the settings, so that's pretty much at them. I will explain the multiplayer modes, but for now I'm just going on to the single player. There's League, which is basically you play the main game but over a league, so anyone who follows anything like the NFL, the NHL, the English Premier League should know how a league works. There's Duel, which is what I'm going to go on first because it's the main part of the game, and then I'll just explain the other modes as I go along. There's 48 stages on Duel, so there's loads to fight on. There's 8 different characters, or cubes or whatever, and they've all got different abilities. This one here, Rage, basically has spikes, but again I'll get onto the powers a little bit later, because after you choose your cube, you then get a random opponent, and you can choose the difficulty of that opponent, and that's pretty much that then. In the League mode, you don't get a random opponent, because obviously you're playing select opponents from the League. So anyway, back onto the powers. Basically, there's this one here, which basically when you collect the power pellet or whatever it's called on this, then you can use a special power. So this, I've got spikes, so if I just go over to where he is and push the X button, then spikes are all on his side for a few seconds, and that basically screws him over. There's ones that have ghost cubes come out so they can help you collect the pellets. There's ones that have speed boosts. Because the whole point is, you have to collect all the pellets on the stage to win the round. Basically, every time you collect a fifth of the pellets, then you get enough to charge up and go for a goal. At that point, you then swap over to the other side and go to the middle of the stage. And you've got to do that, as I say, 5 times to win the round. So, top left, what character you're playing as. To the right, you've got how many goals you've got. Just underneath, that's the bar that's going up, seeing how far you are at filling your bar up to being able to score a goal. Just underneath that, you've got the red bar, which is basically your normal attack, which I'll just show off now. By double tapping the square button, you can do a slam down, and then that way you basically like knock your opponent, and when you knock them or use one of the special weapons or anything, it knocks some of the pellets out. The green bar's the shield, so that can protect you if you use it wisely, and underneath that is basically how many pellets you've got left to collect on the stage. So that's pretty much the whole point of the game. I'm just going to shut up now and let you listen to the music though, because personally I think it sounds, and it looks as well, pretty damn good. So there we go then, that was a bit of the music, and just going to quickly mention, in case you're worried about the edge thing, basically you've got to hold up to the edge that you want to go over and push the square button. So you don't have to worry, you're not going to be constantly falling off the edge. And there's, as well as just the plain boring square design, there's loads of different levels with things like ramps, loop-de-loops, just things like that. Totally getting tongue twisted there. Anyway, there's also then the time attack mode, where basically the whole point is again to get 5 goals but against a time limit and not against any fours or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about that. Tutorial mode just basically is a tutorial, and the mini games, I'm going to show one of them off because there's 8 overall, and just in case I haven't mentioned it, there's 32 time trials, and the mini games again are just basically like time trials. You have to collect all the pellets, but this time you only have to get to the goal once, and you have to basically avoid these cubes that are coming down the enemies, and you have to activate switches to, well, kind of switch puzzle type things to get the platforms to work so you can go across them, and again if you get hit then you lose the pellets. So there's definitely plenty to do on the game, because that's 48 duel stages, 32 time trial, 8 minigame, and then you've got the multiplayer. You can play it online or local split screen, you can play duel, which is 1-on-1, you can play team GEON, which is 2-on-2, you can play last man standing, which is basically all 4 you play together, and the last person to score a goal loses, like he gets eliminated, and it keeps going until the last cube's left. There's also 4 exclusive multiplayer stages for those last 2 modes that I mentioned, the team in the air, and the last man standing. So yeah, that is pretty much everything there is to say then. That's been the review. I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, please subscribe to my videos, there'll be plenty more on the way. Also, don't forget to check out my channel. And this has been Demon 212, signing off.